My mate Rob's wife got pregnant and ran a 10k the following weekend. My wife got pregnant and I wouldn't even let her run a bath. I turned into a human version of the Microsoft Office assistant. You know that knobhead paperclip character that used to pop up on Word and pester you to let it help?
Hello, it looks like you're pregnant. Would you like me to mollycoddle you?
And it annoyed the shit out of my wife. I'd be like, would you like a cup of decaffeinated tea, babe? No thanks. How about a herbal infusion? A herbal what? Infusion. It's a posh name for tea. I said I didn't want tea. But these are herbal. These are good for you. I don't want tea. I've just told you that. How about some coffee then? A cup of coffee. I bought some of that beautiful decaffeinated coffee. I don't want coffee either. Especially not decaffeinated. That stuff tastes horrible. Ooh.
What's up? What is it? Is it the baby?
It's my knee. I've got an itchy knee.
Would you like me to scratch it for you?
I can scratch my own knee, honestly.
Okay, alright, whatever you want. Is there anything else I can do for you though?
There is one thing actually.
Really? Whatever it is, just tell me.
Can you go and sit in the other room, please? Because you're doing me fucking head in. Anyway, my poor wife was knackered all the time. Wiped out, tired. She was in bed by 8 p.m, but she couldn't sleep. She didn't feel sparkly or shimmering or glowy or glittering or any of the other stupid cliches used to describe women with child. She felt bloated, hot and uncomfortable, often just retching in the bathroom. Our superficial culture tends to turn a blind eye to the more difficult parts of pregnancy. I'd love to see an issue of Hello magazine with the latest Towie star on the front just admitting,
I was so pregnant I couldn't shit properly.
As we all know, it's advisable to keep the good news to yourselves until the 12-week scan, because that's, when you can start to tell other people. But my wife was puking up in work so much and smuggling mints into meetings, she had to tell work. Otherwise, I think they would have started to think she had a drink problem. Because she was telling work, we decided to tell our parents a little bit sooner as well. So we popped round for something to eat at my mum and dad's. And we thought it'll be more fun if we drop a few hints rather than just telling them. So my mum opened a bottle of wine. I said, I'll have a glass please, mum. But Rachel won't. She just said, okay, love. Then my missus said, yeah, I'm going to be missing that taste of wine for quite a while, My mum just said, oh, do you want a cuppa instead? No, thanks. No, I'll be cutting caffeine out as well for a while, probably for about, 8 months. My mum just said, we've got some Lucozade in the garage, I think, Dave, go and look for the Lucozade. She said, I don't want Lucozade. Our hints were blown off course like a badly made paper airplane. So in the end, I just shouted, Mum, Dad, Rachel's pregnant. So then we phoned the doctors, and I thought there'd be some kind of extra testing that you go through before you got to see someone as important as a midwife. But no, they just booked us in, and we went to this clinic for our initial meeting with a midwife. I'd never met a midwife before. In me head, she was going to be heavy set, friendly, like one of the matrons in the Carry On films. But we got there and she was sort of mid-50s, thin, and she had these spindly eyes that bore through you. Now at this point we didn't know there was 2 babies in there, but if you watch one of my other videos you can find out how we discovered that earth-shattering news. But then the midwife just goes through all the questions anyway. She said, any morning sickness? My wife said, yes, yes. She said, any twins in the family? My wife said, yes. Her response to that was to say, well, if you're having twins, we'll have to make sure they're not conjoined. What kind of fucking response is that to a pregnant woman who thinks she might have twins inside her? To suggest they're going to be conjoined? If we would have made noises about whether we wanted boys or girls, would she have offered us the stats on potential hermaphrodite births? Never mind pissing on our chips, this woman had squatted over our Sunday lunch and shat in the gravy. By the end of the pregnancy, my poor wife had balloons the size of a small zeppelin. She was struggling to walk. She used to get stuck on her back with her arms and legs in the air like a tortoise, and I'd always help her up, after I'd taken a quick picture. She had to wear these big, massive maternity pants, which actually, between you and me, were pretty comfy. But her bump was visible from Google Earth. It was huge, and that was it. That was all it was. It was just all bump. Like none of it went anywhere else, unless of course you count her breasts. Her beautiful, plump, irresistible breasts, which I was under strict instructions not to touch under pain of death. Mother Nature is clearly a massive spoilsport because she gives pregnant women the most incredible knocks, which are completely unbearable to the touch. That left me leering over my wife like some building site perv. Just like the mountain laurel flower of Northern California, as beautiful as they were to look at, I knew if I touched them, I would probably die.